this interview. Let's go! Fucking finally, right? I know, dude. And from the looks of the crowd reaction to that set, long time coming for that as well. I mean, it's been, how long have you guys been playing?
Maybe 2 years?
2 years?
Playing and live like a year and a half.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just shy of a year. We got Xavier in August of 2021. I believe 2022.
It's been about a year and some change.
Year and some change. So.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, what can you tell me? A lot of bands, you know, struggle to reach this level. Add another 5 years into the band. So what can you tell me about the growth you've had so far, what you attribute it to, and how you've grown as musicians with this supportive scene that we've got going on here?
Honestly, just being like, treating it as a community, playing shows with local bands, being nice and friendly, you know, viewing them as equals. You like them, they like you. Their fans come to your shows, you get more fans. And, you know, I feel like treating the local scene as a community and trying to get to know everybody is what helped us get this kind of crowd.
Yeah, this is a huge privilege for us, and so just being here with our friends and putting on something like this is like so special to us. So we treat it like gold, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Finding friends and finding people in the community that we can link up with and just be more successful together.
We're all homies.
Yeah, we're all homies.
Community.
Helping
Not just us, but everybody in the scene. They're all homies. I view them as that anyway.
It's the kind of cool part is we've all met, not exactly just like through the music we play. Like me and Zach, we've met through a lot of hardcore bands and part of the hardcore scene and stuff like that. And they know each other from other certain routes of like the music scenes and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice to just bring everything together. It doesn't really matter the genre more or less, which is an entire community.
Yeah.
That's another thing too, is being open to different kinds of music and not like limiting yourself. Like, oh, I have to be in this scene only and play with these kinds of bands. Like, obviously you do want to be in your niche, right? But like still being open-minded to all sorts of music and all types of people.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at all the genres that are on the bill tonight, it's very diverse, you know. But then again, the people that are here to stay the whole night, you know, they're down for
Exactly.
whatever is coming through to play.
Awesome. Yeah, it's great to see. Refreshing.
Yeah, definitely. Has that had an effect on the music you guys have been creating, or the way you've kind of thought about what a successful version of tours can look like?
I think, yeah, tonight we tried to pick more fun songs that would get people moving. You know, we had a shortened set, so we had to kind of pick and choose like what songs from our set would work and what might not. You know, what if it's too slow, it might, you know, slow the crowd down. But we tried to pick more high octane songs tonight.
Yeah, that's why we try to write like as many different moods and implementing as many different styles as possible, so we can appeal to whatever crowd is gonna be seeing us.
And at the end of the day too, like community, like bringing it back to community, like we go to the shows, we are like really supportive of all the other bands out here, so you know we kind of get inspiration from the other bands too, because the scene's really tight.
Yeah, we've changed up some of our music because of some local bands.
Yes.
We've taken inspiration from them, and we're like, oh, let's try something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely. And how do you kind of find the balance between that and honoring some of the roots you guys come from? You know, you mentioned the hardcore scene. There's obviously some heavy elements in this. What can you tell me about that melting pot that you guys have kind of created?
We try to like all implement our own styles while finding compromise and communicating what we like and don't like. And I feel like we all generally like really like the shit that we all like. I'm kind of like a metal hardcore guy. You're hardcore, Nick, you're pop, you're hip hop. I mean, obviously we all like more than that, but you know, we all come from different backgrounds and we blend those together, and we all like seem to compromise very well through communication and just seeing what fits the song best.
Yeah. I think whatever's coming out of us, like whatever genre is coming out of us, we all have a compromise, and like you said, we don't put a limit on what we're writing. You know, we don't label it, oh, it's this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't put limits on ourselves.
These guys make my writing process 100 times easy. The songs are almost formatted in a way. It's just like I just got to just be myself, play the song. It's just very easy to kind of just fit in as far as finishing up any of the songs that we're writing. It's kind of cool. It's like bouncing ideas off each other.
Yeah. Have you guys kind of fostered a relationship where you feel like stuff like that happens quick and naturally?
Absolutely. Over time, it's gotten quicker.
Yeah.
I think it's just we've been really getting a feel for this like band thing. You know, just like because we all have lives outside of the band too. Like so, schedules. Like we work with each other on our schedules. We're understanding. We try to communicate as much as we can, but it all impacts and it comes together to compromises we make, and that also includes our writing style too.
Cool. Obviously, we talked about the short amount of time, but the shows you guys have played, I feel like have been super packed, super diverse, as we talked about. Has there been any kind of standout moments so far from favorite sets or favorite moments and stuff like that?
Tonight.
Recency bias?
Yeah, recency bias
Recency
for
bias.
sure. But at the same time, the way the crowd was moving and things like that, like this little street music hall is amazing.
This is
we love this
It's our
place.
favorite stage yet, from the
This
vibes
is-
to the crowd it brings. Like
This is like the mecca of like live music right
Yeah.
now. For sure.
yeah, central to
Out here.
How does a venue like this serve to help you guys meet the goals you have for this band, especially here in your own local scene?
It's just that growth that the valley's getting, you know. I mean, a great venue like this like brings people together, and you know, the more time we do shows, the more people that come. It's pretty
Yeah, this venue I think is great for the Valley and local scene. I've never seen as many like younger people come out and like see shows, and I think this venue is a really safe, like clean spot.
Yeah.
For, you know, kids and adults to just come and see it, some cool music. You know?
family friendly.
Yeah, it's
more
really cool.
more all ages shows is so important too. Brings, like Zach said, you know, just like all ages, the kids, because that's what the scene's about, really. I think
The future.
You know, as a teacher, I see that, so it's like it's important to let the kids be involved too, because they make the scene. We wouldn't be here because of the kids.
True. Yeah, very true. And I feel like also you guys have kind of roots and a foot in like the backyard show scene as well. What can you tell me about moving forward, you know, planning out albums and more serious attention towards, you know, refining the band? Where do you see like the balance between backyard shows and venue performances kind of playing in your career?
That's a good question.
Yeah, our backyard shows are few and far between, and I love the community that it brings. And it's again about the all ages shows. It's more accessible to people to do backyard shows, and we haven't done a ton of them, like more private shows. So we're always willing to do that and squeeze them in. Just whatever comes, I think. I don't think we're picky at this.
Take what we
Yeah.
can get.
Yeah.
We take what we can get.
We're desperate.
I'm just gonna kind of mention I like a lot of the backyard types of shows too, is because more times than not I always find a band I've never heard of, and they're local around here. I'm just like, wow, I've never heard from you before, and they're just like, oh, we've been a band for quite some time, you know, maybe 10 plus years or X, Y, Z, and it's really cool because it's kind of bringing everybody back together as opposed to just going somewhere else for like Orange County to meet with other bands that kind of already have a traction going. It's nice to pick up everybody. Everybody is welcomed here. It's all kind of there's not a stigma which band has priority over what when it comes to DIY. So it's like a good staple to what we do as far as
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think like finding a good balance between both, you know, staying true to your local roots, like hell yeah, I'm down to do a backyard show. I love that scene. I love the DIY scene. I love like the kind of punk atmosphere of backyard shows, but also like I do think like growth in like trying to do shows in other towns are important, so long as you don't forget your roots. We're always probably going to do shows in the valley. Say even if we get like huge or whatever, I still would want to do shows in the valley because I don't want to forget those roots, and I still, you know, I want to treat the local scene as something as important and not be like a band that just kind of like forgets
Comes and goes.
where they came from, you know.
Goes back to their hometown.
Don't
Yeah.
forget where you
Hey,
come from.
even tourists have a home, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Before we end this, if you want to share, if you care to share, if you're legally allowed to share, what can you tell me about the future of the band in terms of all of the cartoon stuff you guys have been hinting at? Are you turning into the next Gorillas? What's going on? What can you tell us?
Don't say that. 'Cause
If you
there's
need
only-
out.
there's only one Gorillas.
Yeah.
Right now, it's kind of like a fun little lore that you can look into if you want. You know, we all have our own like fictional counterparts, and we have there's a lore to them, like in a fictional universe we've all thought about, and we want to eventually implement them into like animated music videos, into our lyrics, maybe make a concept album in the future, possibly, because we all love comics, anime, fiction, cartoons. We're all in love with that stuff. You know, some of us are illustrators too. So that's really important to us. Is fiction. It kind of inspires our music. You know, we have kind of an anime opening sound almost. We really love J-Rock.
It
So
feeds itself.
yeah, so
Inspired by the art and it
Yeah,
inspires us
'cause
to
we-
do our music.
yeah, so hopefully we can start to implement that kind of stuff in the future. We have some. Is it okay for me to mention? We have some animated. Our characters are going to be featured in an animation soon.
And a couple animations this year.
Yeah,
actually, two at
so-
least.
Yeah, we're not just a band. We also love art. We also love fiction and things like that. So yeah.
And we think the art kind of brings in the visual aspect. Like the Gorillas was like during the music video era, which was like a really special time in music, I think.
Yeah,
because
it
it
really
really
heavily
brings,
inspired.
it brings like the artist vision to life rather than like just the perspective of the listener. It brings the artist perspective. So using those animations would also allow us to have that outlet.
Yeah, and express things we may not be able to express in our real life selves, I guess. Yeah. Be artists! Yeah.
It's like our altered characters just kind of want to portray to be good.
This is how I think I look.
Yeah.
That's how I want
Literally.
I wish I had that hair.
Cool, guys. Well, thanks so much for the time. I appreciate it, and best of luck. Can't wait to see what the future brings.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.